Okay, good afternoon. Welcome along. Hopefully, a lot of you remembered to put your clocks back last night. I didn't, and there's problems with scheduling. You may have seen that a bit earlier, but we got there in the end. Anyway, welcome to this flight this afternoon. We are in Sardinia at this very moment, and we're taking a flight back to Bristol on this EasyJet Airbus A320. This is the Fenix A320 that we are going to take along with us this afternoon, and we're also testing the what is it, self-loading cargo. There was a patch come out. Oh, what's this? I've got feedback here. Let's take that off. There you go. Right, there was a little bit of an update sometime during the week last week that's meant to have got around some of the conflicts that we had with what do you call it? GSX Pro. Some of the problems were the pushback, mainly. And sorry, I'm just trying to silence this phone here. Yeah, some of it was the pushback scenarios. Got ourselves into a bit of a pickle with some of that. And yeah, hopefully those issues have been sorted to some extent, and no doubt we will find out on this flight. Right, so we're cold and dark at the moment. Let's get some batteries on. Battery 1 is on. Battery 2 is on. Right, whilst that's doing that, we'll get the ADIRs warmed up. I should have waited for this one to go out first, so let's get some external power. That's still stuck on battery. Oh, there you go, that's just cleared. Right, and finally, so it's 1, 3, 2 sequence there. Hopefully that battery light goes out. Yep, marvelous. Crew supply is on. We'll get some ground control. Some Major Tom. Right, we'll just wait for the audio to kick in from the screens down here once these are happy. Right, okay, that's done. We should hear some noises very shortly. Yeah, all the faults as it powers up, they should clear. So what we'll do, I'm just going to wait for the first one to alarm. Right, there we go. Okay. Right, back up onto this panel. Zoom out a little bit. First thing we're going to do is the APU fire alarm test. Marvellous. Engine 1. And engine 2. Marvellous. Right, that should have cleared some of the rubbish on there. Right, fuel auto feed for. Okay, well, that'll sort itself out once we've got some fuel pumps running and fueled up. Right, for the sake of sim brief, I'm just going to put 1 ton of fuel in for now. Oops, that's 10 tons. Let's stick a ton in there. Okay, right. So it'll just make things easier once we come to doing the fuel calculations and everything, which SimBrief should have done for us. Meanwhile, what we'll do, we'll go to the fly pad and get our basic information put in. Right, so let's get the flight plan loaded in. And what I'll do after this, we'll get the self-loading cargo sorted out as well. Tap to import from SimBrief. Okay, there we go. So we are flying from Olbia in Sardinia to Bristol, back in the UK. We got about... what's this? Is it scheduled this wrong? 12:30 Zulu. Ah, right, okay. It's the clocks again, isn't it? 13:30 update. Okay, right, so there we go, that's better. 53 minutes. Let's just check. We got the latest weather there. It's all good. Let's check the weather at Bristol at the moment. Yeah, a few clouds, scattered cloud there. 3,000 feet. Winds, a bit of an 11 knot wind there, but I'm sure we'll be able to cope with that. Fine. Winds here are near enough non-existent. 8 knots. Wow, 8 knots. That's not too bad. Right. Okay. We've got that done. Right. Let's just configure the aircraft for the call-outs we want. All that lot. Airframe. Analog. For the clock there. Never go around. Cabin, yeah, that's fine. I'm going to link them because I'm lazy today. But there you go. Auto door simulation, blah blah blah. We'll let self-loading cargo. Well, mainly GSX Pro sort that all out. HPA. Yeah, we'll keep that there like that. Right, fine. That's that done. Let's get the self-loading cargo on here. Today we're airliner flights. Let's wait for that to kick in. Alright, so what do we want here? Cabin layouts. We'll keep it like that. British Airways sort of standard layout. EasyJet cabin announcements. Well, that's pretty much good. Right, set flight plan. Right, so we've got to change that. Let's import it first anyway. Boarding should be on time. Loading should be on time. Blah, blah, blah. I'm checking opens. Your flight leaves tomorrow. Really? Was it put it in the 29th? Let's change that. 13:30. Your flight leaves today. That's better. Right, okay. In-flight services. What's this, about a 2.5 hour flight, is it, I think? Okay, so we've got 2 of them. We've got 1 meal serving drinks trolley. I don't know why that's 30 minutes after takeoff. Every 30 minutes. I don't know why it's not scheduled it down here. Time intelligence zone. I don't know what that's all about. Wi-Fi, yeah, we'll have some of that. Boarding's random. Cabin doors already open, we don't want that. 2 of those, 1 movie. Okay, start the flights.
Hello.
Good afternoon, Captain. How are you?
Hi there. I'm very well, thanks.
Great. We're just getting ready for departure. Once we've opened the door, we'll speak to the terminal staff and find out how long they think it'll be until boarding starts.
No worries. You can open the doors whenever you're ready.
No problem.
Right, okay, so door should be opening soon. Aircraft loading expected in 21 minutes. 47 minutes till we're scheduled to leave. Okay, doors open. So 26 minutes before boarding time. Might be leaving it a bit close, but we'll see how we go with that. Right, okay, there we go. Ideas have just this minute kicked in, so we can get ready, get our flight prep ready. Now, today, here's our flight routes here from Sardinia. It's quite a straightforward flight. We depart Sardinia over Corsica, over Monaco, sweep past Lyon, then to the east of Paris.
Hello.
Hello, Captain. Okay, so I've spoken to security and they've started checking in, but there's at least half an hour to go before we expect to be receiving any passengers.
So we might have a bit
Thanks
of
a lot.
delay. We'll leave it. We'll
Give
leave
me
it
a
like
call
this.
if you need anything else. I'll speak to you in a bit.
Okay, then up to northern France, just northeast of Dieppe. We cross the channel over Hastings, and then we take a route up past Royal Tunbridge Wells. At Biggin Hill, we chuck a left turn to the west, over Sutton, Walton-on-Thames, over Reading, and a slight southwesterly. We go past Marlborough, Corsham, Bath, and then straight into Bristol. So it should be quite a straightforward flight. Weather conditions at Bristol, let's check those out. We'll just check for any significant weather that may be around in the area. It's a bit blurry, isn't it? What's going on there? Right, so that's our cloud cover there. We'll just check out significant weather. That's what we want, weather radar. We'll take that one off. Right, so there you go. There's some heavy rainfall. Bristol seems to be okay. Seems to be pretty clear. And of course, on our way up, we hit a weather patch in central France, but our ascent all the way up to Monaco into Geneva seems pretty good conditions so far. So yeah, we'll keep that on. I'm just going to keep the significant weather cloud bubbles on just to remind us. So that's our route for today. Back in the cockpit, let's get is this one we want. Let's get the Mach 2 sorted out. Atsu AOC menu. Right, flight init. Let's request our initial data. It's slow today. Okay, there we go. Flight number departing Olbia, destination Bristol. Alternative today is London Heathrow. Airtime roughly around about 2 hours, 2 hours 10 minutes. Again, dependent on those winds, so we'll be checking that out next, actually. Right, so the init page. Let's get the sim brief information into there. Okay, so our route information's fine there. Our call sign. Oh, no, that's flight number, isn't it? So, I always get them mixed up. So it's EZY. EZY 2273. 2273. Whack that in there. Cost index today is, oh wow, 5. That's low. That's low for EasyJet. Cruise is 38,000 feet. 380 slash. Temperature is cold up there today, minus 60 at 38,000 feet. Tropo is 42795. 42795. Oh, what's happened there? Oh, that's fine. Temperature outside today here at Olbia is 27 degrees. Whack that in. That's that done. We'll get to do this once we're loaded, all the fuel calculations and performance, we'll get that done last. Next is our flight plan. Okay, so we're taking off a departure of runway 5 today. We are going via Okiva. Is that Okiva? Let's have a look at this. That's in there. Okiva 7K. That is the one. We'll insert that. And we're arriving at Bristol on 27 today to the west. ILS 27, and that will be via Kunev. Oh, that's handy. It's not there. FIFA 1B, is that on? Let's have a look. That's Wembo. Okay, we'll take the first one in there. Badger 1B. Great. Okay, let's stick this screen to plan. Put the constraints on. Right, a couple of constraints there. So we're up to 5,000. Let's just whack this in up here. Initially it's 3,500. That should take it into account as we do ascend. Whack it into autopilot. It will take that into account as it takes us up to 5,000 feet. We've got a speed restriction there, 230 knots. Okay, let's quickly fly through, make sure we've got no discos in there. So we go 5,000 up to 8,500 and then all the way up to 38,000 feet. Just quickly skim through this. So far, so good. We look like we've got a disco there. Let's clear that. Yeah, that's cleared. There we go. Circle to land. Well, not circle to land. It's we've got upwind and then sort of a teardrop approach into Bristol. Hold on a minute. Why is it taking us all the way up? Yeah. Okay, that's the only problem. We are definitely landing 27. Right, let's revisit that. Arrival. ILS 27. See if we can clear that. Clear. No, it won't let us. God, it's been a while since I've had to delete something. Right, let's go back down here. Arrival. Seven. Now I want to delete that star. No, won't let you do it, won't it? Right, so let's go into here. Yeah, no star. There you go. Let's see if that's tidied that up a little bit. Flight plan. It's not done a good job of that. So let's scroll up here. What we got here? Disco there. Clear that. Not allowed. Not allowed. Okay. Okay, maybe I need to just clear that. Insert. That seems to be it. That's better. Fine. Okay, we can sort that out in the end when we get there. Right, let's get this calibrated. Okay, that's that done. Right, so flight plan is in. Right, how long we got until we start boarding? 15 minutes. What we can do, let's see how this integrates now if we get refueling.
Refueling truck is on its way. Please don't load aircraft until the fuel truck arrives and ask to do it.
Right, so for that, we're going to have to load the initial plan here. Resend load sheets. Okay. Right, so we just got over 8 tons of fuel. Yeah, okay. See, this is where it all sinks out, because as soon as you do load aircraft, the passengers do start loading, but, well, we'll just get around that. We'll do it in real time.
Fuel truck is in position.
Alright, so he's there, is he?
Please don't load aircraft until the fuel truck arrives and ask to do it.
Alright, so 8.128. I wonder if we go back to here, 8128. Do you know what? I'm going to square that up. We'll call it 9 tons. Whoops. 1, 2, 3. Right, so he hopefully should start refueling straight away. Right, so we'll get catering service next. Wait for these guys to sort themselves out. Hoping we can do that from the panel anyway, the MCDU. No, it's got to be the Fenix.
Catering vehicles are on their way.
EFB. Okay, so what we can do, because I said 9 tons, we'll manually wind that up to... When it... No, it's not going to let me slide it that way. Oh, so close then, we had it. $9.1 to do. Okay. Load aircraft. Real time. And hopefully, there it goes. Right, catering's here. Marvellous. Yeah, it's always a problem. I had to sync up GSX with this and self-loading cargo. I don't see how. Don't see how that's going to work still. Right, so 10 minutes passenger boarding, aircraft loading in 5. Expected to take off in around about 31 minutes. Well, depart in 31 minutes anyway, so fingers crossed. Oh, they're done. Really? Already? Let's have a look. What have we got? 9.1 tons. That didn't take long at all. Right, so we can see our weights are still increasing. So, yeah, it's going to take a while. Okay, yeah, well, we'll just ride this one out. What have we got there? So we've got 12 passengers boarded via its own EFB system, as it were, but we'll ignore that for now. I don't know how they are boarding because I don't think... Have we got the stairs? No, there's no... The air jetway is not connected yet. We'll get that connected anyway, because we are going to need that. Operate jetway. Something's going on down there. Marvellous. Keep forgetting these views here. Okay, so we can get nav and logo on. Now we've refueled. We'll get the seatbelts on. And
Ground to copy. Go ahead. Okay, Captain. Radio check completed. We'll contact you once the ground vehicles arrive and we're ready to start loading. Roger.
Right, can we get... Right, we'll request boarding when flight self-loading cargo wants to get that. And I think after then, the baggage should load as the passengers getting on. I think that's how it works on this, how it's synced up. Right, so we're done on that page there. Let's go back to the flight plan. We're done with that page. We can go back to... So there, constraints are on. Yeah, we just got our calculations to do on the takeoff performance. Like I say, we can only do that once we're fully loaded. close that. Keeps the noise down a bit. Yeah, what I did do, I turned off the, you know, because the toilets are really literally behind the cockpit. Disabled them because they were just go in every bloody couple of minutes. Doing me head in. So disabled that from self-loading cargo. Let's have a look on here. Right, 6 minutes. Still on schedule. And we're waiting for another 3 to check in. Alright, okay. So this is the Olbia payware put on. I've forgotten who it's created by. Quite a nice airport, really nice. We could have a little tour of it, couldn't we? I suppose if we go to Showcase. We'll start out the front. Yeah, very well made. Oh, tilt the wrong way. Some great detail done to this airport. Not sure whether they've modelled inside, but we can have a quick look, can't we? So let's get down into the arrival section. No, not really. There's only parts of it are done. Let's try in there. No. The lower floors done. Let's have a look. No. But still, the exterior modelling is very nice indeed. Yeah, Sardinia is beautiful. Lovely scenery. But there you go, that's just a quick look at the airport there. Like I say, there's not much inside to look at, but certainly the external modelling, the markings, the runway textures look very good. Very good. And the night lighting as well is very good at night here. So, okay. Let's crack on. Let's see how we're doing. So 3 minutes till we got self-loading cargo, doing the boarding. Like I say, I'm going to try and synchronize GSX with it. There is an option with the update on SLC's 1.6 patch that came out last week that says it will disable its own loading and synchronize with GSX. Well, that's going to be interesting to see if it does, because that just saves a hell of a lot of farting around. I've disabled GSX doing the pushback and all that because that always used to conflict with GSX, so hopefully they've mastered that. That's to be seen. And there was all sorts of other conflicts where that GSX and SLC would argue over what's doing what, and you'd find that your aircraft has been pushed nose up into the air on pushback, which was annoying to say the least. And I can imagine if you're on VATSIM, yeah, highly embarrassing if you're somewhere like Heathrow or busy airport. 2 minutes, let's see what happens. It's the big countdown to see if they do work in harmony or not, as the case may be. Right, so flight plan's done. I'm just going to modify some of the flight plan because as we approach Bristol, it just gives us the ILS lock height, which is 2,500. Obviously, I just want to do a gradual descent, and I'll do them in the waypoints myself. We'll just quickly modify that. Probably do that in the air actually. Once we're up in the air and the bing bong's gone for trolley service. As it's Sunday afternoon, I have a beer. Got a Star of Brahman with us this afternoon, which hopefully chill us out on this Sunday. Whilst the old Sunday roast is slowly cooking away. I'm hoping that the stream is less jittery after having a little bit of a mess around with it earlier yesterday. But we're not really going to find that out until we're on the move, as it were. Right, okay, 1 minute to boarding. If it doesn't sync up, then I'm going to manually intervene with GSX. We'll get that button on the ready, see how it goes. Right, so less than 1 minute. Will it work? Will it work? Has SLC, self-loading cargo, cracked it? I mean, it must be a nightmare, you know, with the Microsoft SDK and everything else that the guy at SLC, I forget his name now, is it Darren or something, has got to deal with, and then all the add-ons, add-on scenery as well as GSX Pro. Must be a bloody nightmare testing it, especially if you're a one-man band. I can imagine it's a nightmare. You haven't got a massive development crew behind you. Oh, is the camera working? Oh, the camera's working. Hello, how you doing? On there. I'll stick that up on the air, but so it don't impede your view of what's going on in the cockpit. I'll keep that off for a moment. Plus, it's probably not the best view first thing on a Sunday. Right, okay, something's going on. This
Hello.
could be the
Hi,
boarding.
Captain. We're ready to start boarding. Are we okay to begin?
Yes, you can start boarding.
No worries. I'll get the rest of the crew organized, and we'll make a start in a couple of minutes once the passengers start arriving from the terminal.
Right, so is
All stations prepare to start boarding.
right now is GSX gonna do this, or I've got to do this manually? Looks like we're going to have to do this manually. Request boarding.
Boarding requested.
Okay. There, well, it didn't quite work how I thought it would work. But anyway, right, so we have passengers boarding. That should actually, oh, there they go. And there are the baggage men getting into position. We'll check some of that action out.
Onboard crew.
Nobody, crew.
Crew
Crew on, I
started.
suppose. Right, so let's hope it all syncs up at the end. Self-loading cargo and GSX. We'll see. We'll see. As the baggage got lost. A lot of waiting around here. Slowly in Italiano.
Crew has boarded.
Crew's
Passengers
boarded,
boarding
right.
started.
Okay, so passengers are just coming on now. Oh, here comes the baggage. Or the containers. Marvellous. Right, it's all happening now, so we have about 20 minutes until we depart. Hopefully we're on time, 18 minutes to be precise. Passengers getting thirsty already, they'll have to bloody wait. I'm thirsty. And there goes the luggage and cargo. Right, now, because the EFB is fully loaded, is this complete now? I can get on and crack on with the performance stuff. Right, so resend load sheets. So we got the latest one. That's set to the ACARS. Marvellous. Right, back to the Mach 2 menu. Sorry, no, we're going to the unit page, aren't we? Right, page 2. ZFW and 0 weight is 54.7, 31 point, was that 1? I should have just gone to the screen, shouldn't I? 3. So 54.7. Stroke 31.1. Block should be about 10, shouldn't it? Let's see what this is come up with for our block fuel. 9 tons, isn't it? 9.1. 6.7. So that's our block fuel, right? That's fine. So we have a couple of tons spare. Okay, our trip wind today is H10. Time 0.1, okay. 2 hours 9 minutes on that. Right, okay, so we can go to our performance page. For that we will have to go to take off performance. Right, today runway 5, surface is dry. Let's load the load sheet in as well. Weather conditions now +28. Right, packs we're going to keep on. No need for anti-ice. Flap config is 1+F. And let's calculate that. Let's see what we got. 4345.
I'm right next door. Thank you.
143. 143. 145. Flaps are 1 up 0.1. 0.1. Flex to temperature is 60 degrees.
Good evening, ma'am. How are you? I'm doing good.
Ground to copy.
Frost 1040.
Go ahead.
1040.
Loading has been completed. We're sending the load sheet up to you now. We contact you for push back all you're closed up and the beacon light is switched on.
Marvellous.
Roger.
Right, so hopefully now that's all in. Managed speed, managed heading, and height so far.
Hello.
Hi, Captain. Okay, here's the load sheet from ground. I've written the passenger count here, the crew count here, and the total number of souls, not including yourself, here.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, call me when you're ready to go and we'll get moving.
No problem.
Okay, let's get the APU started. Some APU bleed. 3. Back to our flight plan. Let's just make sure 121950. We depart straight out. So runway 5 via taxiway Mike Foxtrot Echo. Okay, APU is just starting. Right, so baggage is loaded. Let's have a look. Now, this is the one that sort of takes its time boarding. Is self-loading cargo. So far, I've got 87 passengers. 81. Yeah, okay. That shouldn't be too long. What is it? 20 Christ. Right. 11 minutes till we're off. Marvellous. Oh, well that's not... Oh, that's not too far behind. So it looks like GSX and self-loading cargo are slightly synced up, which is a great help. You know, there's 10 between them, 10 passengers between them on the passenger count. So in terms of boarding speed, okay, can live with that. Calibrated there. Alright, let's just get these selected to auto. Not going to turn the radar on yet. Let's cook everyone. Water trim is 0. Give that a reset. And we're about 30 on. Right, so we can now. We've got the APU power. Let's. It's not going to zoom out from there, is it? There you go. Right, so we can get rid of the external power is off. Everything's complete on there. I'm hoping that shouldn't take the jetway away, because that will cause us issues. It used to, if it was boarding was complete on this screen, on the FB, it would take the jetway away, and we don't want it to do that. Right, back to here, ground services. We can ditch the GPU. We can ditch the chocks and cones for now, because we've got the jetway connected. Passengers are boarding that way, so all the health and safety done. You got a bit of health and safety. Yeah, apparently GSX, they're going to be modelling it so that on the next update, I think it's the next one, you're going to see the passengers sitting down, so they don't just disappear as they come in the door. So that'd be interesting. It's going to have a nose down there. Yeah, there's the cover from the... Bloody hell, that's a step up, isn't it? So the jetway not perfectly aligned here. Yeah, I can live with that. Right, so self-loading cargo. We've got like 4 or 5 passengers left on there. A little bit behind on GSX, but I still think we'll leave on time, which is in around 7 minutes.
Hello.
Hi, Captain. All passengers are now on board.
Okay, great. You can close the doors whenever you're ready.
Right, well, let's
Okay,
just
I'll
wait
let the
and
crew
see.
know and we'll get closed up as soon as we can.
Let's just hope it doesn't take this away. It shouldn't do the doors because I've turned off.
Station.
Hello.
Close doors.
Thank you.
No, I haven't closed it yet. Fair dues. That's a bit of a hike up there. Oh. Right, so we've got 2 passengers to go on GSX. That's fine. Boarding completed. Marvellous. Well, that didn't sync up too bad. That's fine. So what we can do now is get rid of the jetway. Thank you very much. And there he goes. Right, sorry about that. Slightly distracted. Now we can get the beacon light on, which should initiate the ground crew. Should do. Beacon lights on.
Ground to copy. Go ahead.
Right, now is this GSX or is this...
Call me when you require pushback. We're all set, so feel free to get connected and start when ready. Roger. Ground tow is connecting. Roger.
Right, so let's get prepared for pushback. So that was self-loading cargo. I'm sure I disabled that. Okay, let's see if they're out there doing their stuff. Yep, here comes the guy to insert the pin.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Marvellous. Close to the airport building there. We'll do it from here.
Departure check completed. Pipe has been deserted.
Right, so we need to get some fuel pumps on. Okay, APU bleed is on as well.
Locking gear.
Okay, we'll get it into engine start mode. Right, so we want nose left, tail right.
Release parking brakes.
Parking brake released.
Commencing push. All engines clear.
So-
Start off with.
Okay, and we'll start with engine 2.
Hi there, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the crew, I ask that you please direct your attention to the monitors as we review the emergency procedures on board the aircraft. Please listen carefully to ensure not only your own safety, but that of those around you. There are 3 emergency exits on the aircraft. Take a moment to locate the one closest to you, and note that it may be behind you. Count the number of rows to the exit. Should the cabin experience pressure loss,
Okay, that's engine 2 stabilised, and we'll make a start on engine...
from above your head, and you should place the mask
Oh, sorry,
over
that's
the mouth
engine...
and nose
Yeah,
level.
engine 1 we're
Then
starting
pull the
now.
strap to tighten it. Make sure you put
please set your parking brake.
Set parking brakes.
In the
Parking
unlikely
brake
event
is
of
set.
Parking brake is
Waiting
set.
for your confirmation
Roger.
for good engine
Stand by.
start.
Please keep your parking brake on while we monitor engine startup and disconnect the down. Roger.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
Unlocking here.
Okay, set flaps 1.
Please take a moment to review the safety card in the seat back pocket.
Okay, Captain. Looks like a good startup on all engines and now is disconnected. Nose wheel is free, so you're good to go. We'll get ourselves disconnected now, so have a safe flight. Look out for the pin on the right, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you
Thanks very
for
much.
your time.
Pin on the right and we'll see you again soon.
Flight with us.
Okay, so that is good engine start. We'll just wait for the generators to become available and we'll disconnect the APU. Nicely lined up. GSX done a good job this time. Marvellous. There goes the tug.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed. Left is clear. Right is clear.
Okay, so that's available. Take APU bleed off and APU off. And taxi lights on. Strobes to automatic. Right, so we'll check our flight controls. Start with the rudders. Rudder left, centre, rudder right, centre. Ailerons left, centre, ailerons right, centre. Elevators up, centre, elevator down. Cool, that's looking good. Check the engine status. All pressure's good. N1 stable. Right, so ready to taxi. Taxi. Right, so we're on time at this very moment. Time now, it's just coming up to 1:30. Let's get the parking brakes off. And let's get one down to runway 5. Well, there we go, leaving the beautiful weather of Sardinia towards the UK. As I say, through central France, we saw there's some dodgy weather, but hopefully we're flying over the worst of that. And as we make our approach into UK territory as well, there's some dodgy weather. To the east of Bristol, which we'll be descending through, but we'll check closer. It may have moved. I think it's moving northwards, so I Things may have calmed down a little bit by the time we get there, hopefully. Yeah, I think my side stick needs a little bit of calibration. It seems to be drifting off to the right now and again.
Cabin crew, please take seats for takeoff.
Okay, last pre-takeoff checks as we get to the threshold. Okay, parking brakes on. I've turned the ATC audio off, but I am running it here. QNH2985. That's set. 8 knot wind, not too bad. And we're cleared. Right. First of all, let's just get final checks. Auto brake to maximum. Spoilers armed. Check takeoff configuration is normal. And let's give them a bing bong. Okay, and takeoff lights on. Runway light on. Okay, parking brake off. A little bit of juice. Check flaps 1. Oh god, he thinks he's in a Boeing again. Okay, make it straight out. Right, why have I got no rudder control now? Has that drifted off? That's strange. Lost all control to... Right, parking brake, but that... No, I've lost all my controls. There you go, right, stopped. Yeah, I'd lost, for some reason, my joystick controls. Okay, right, let's go. Let's get a little bit more on the centre line. Sorry about that. Totally unplanned. Engine 50%. Engine stable to flex. Oh, that's better. Don't know what happened there. I think I may have to do my side stick calibrations again. 80 knots. Stick back 100 knots. 120. V1 and rotates.
Positive rate, gear up.
Let's gear up. engage the autopilots. Thruster climb. Oh, we have a master caution. Oh, that's the okay, radar. What about that? There you go. That's what happens when you get distracted. I'm loving the engine noises on this. Absolutely superb. Okay, reached our climb speed, so we can bring the flaps in now.
Cabin crew, you're free to resume duties.
Some beautiful views as we leave Sardinia. We're going to cross a bit of Corsica, the French island of Corsica, once we passed Sardinia. .576 on Squawk. Right, so we should now be going up to 8,000. Beautiful, look at that. Lovely. A speedboat down there of some sort. Bit windy up here, as you can see, bit bumpy. See how we go on our ascent. Right, let's make sure. Cabin management window. Make sure everything's set on here. It's all automatic. Right, so drinks served in 10 minutes. Food in around about an hour. Duty free, 45 minutes, and a movie. Spoiling them. Okay, we can go to standard now on the barometer. Yeah, it's a bit choppy up here. 23 knots headwind from the northwest. Right, so our next waypoint is 8,500. And then we can see 12 o'clock is Corsica. Take them off for now. Just keep the one-way lights on. Right, okay, sim brief. Looks like yeah, the maximum's 3.7. Optimal flight is 3.50. So I think when we go up, well, I'll take it by that. As we burn the fuel off, this will increase anyway. So yeah, we'll go to 35,000 feet once we pass Kiva. Restricted to 8,500 to there. Whoa, certainly ain't going that high. Right, so initially we'll go 35,000 feet once we pass this waypoint. Just coming up the island of Corsica. So we'll take a quick right turn here and follow that coastline up. Right, we should start accelerating up to 35,000 feet any minute now. Oh, does help when you put it into manage, doesn't it? There we go. I thought something was wrong. Okay, so accelerating up now to 35,000 feet. Okay, just come up to 10,000 so we can get the lights off. And seatbelt signs off as well. The drinks are starting in 2 minutes, and that's the point where I'll grab my Sunday afternoon beer. Why not? Way up in the air. Well, beautiful scenery. We've got a little bit of turbulence here. Winds are quite strong. As you can see, being knocked about a little bit, but nothing too drastic. What we will do is check on our map for any turbulence that we might expect en route. So I'll take you back to the map page. We'll just go to our weather tab and stick the turbulence on. Let's have a look what we got. So really nothing severe until we get to central France. We've got quite a bit of turbulence there, but hopefully by then we should be at our cruising altitude of 38,000 feet. And what's that? That's, yeah. Yeah, we'll have to play that one by ear, I think. It's sort of moderate at 38,000 feet to high. We might have to stay at 35,000 feet. We'll see how we go with that. that's the trolley service started. That is the cue for me to go and grab my Sunday afternoon beer. So I'm going to have a beer, chill out, relax, enjoy the views as we're leaving Corsica. It's over this beautiful mountain range. And I'll see you shortly. That's it, beer in hand. Right, how are we doing? 36,000 feet. I have been a bit naughty, thinking, well, we must have burnt some fuel off by the time I've set our proper altitude of 38,000 feet. So we've got a slow climb up to that. That is mainly due to the fact it did put a limitation in. But we've made it. No, there we go. So maximum 38,000 feet. It's saying our optimal will be 350, but when we hit that turbulence up ahead, which isn't too bad, we'll see how we go. We may have to reduce heights, but that's how we're progressing there. So about another 1,400 feet until we get to our top of climb. Outside, we are just approaching the coast of Monaco. Mediterranean money belt down there. We'll be then taking a northwesterly up to Geneva, over Geneva airport, and then into central France. Once we get past Geneva, that's where the weather saying it could get a bit bumpy, but we'll keep an eye on that. I have been altering some of the waypoints as we get closer to Bristol to bring us down at a sensible rate as the weather conditions east of Bristol seem a bit dodgy, but like I say, that could all change by the time we get to that area. So here we go, welcome to the coast of the Monaco region. Over there to the west in the distance is Marseille. You can just see sort of a bay area over there around about 1 o'clock is Marseille.
Good afternoon once again from the cockpit. I hope all is well with you and you enjoyed flying with us so far. We've reached our cruising flight level. We're expecting to arrive on time as planned. Progress is going very well. You'll hear from me again once we're about to start our descent. Thank you.
Why, thank you. There you go. Nothing unusual there. This time of year you hit mainland Europe and the clouds appear. A little bit bumpy. We've got a 57 knots, sort of peaking at 60 from the northwest, which is probably going to make us struggle a little bit. That plus turbulence ahead as well. Yeah, could see us changing altitude. So see how it goes. That's quite a crosswind there. Tomorrow I'm going to be trying out the headwinds A330. I think it's the 900 tomorrow, doing a transatlantic flight. You can join us for that. Go and check out, see what that's like, and compare it to the A320. I know it's like apples and pears, but apparently the cockpit on it is very similar at the moment, or very much the same as this, the A320, or the fly-by-wire version. Just thought we'd do something different, bit of a long-distance flight. Not too sure where to yet, but yeah, that'll be announced as you see the channel ad go out for that one. So that's tomorrow sometime. So that's going to be at least 7 to 9 hour flight that we'll be doing tomorrow, giving that a test run. Heard some good things about it from Headwinds. They use the same installer as the fly-by-wire guys, so I suppose there's some collaboration going on there somewhere with that.
Hello.
Hi, Captain. I was just wondering if you'd like a drink.
Go on, another beer would be nice.
Or a bottle of water.
Not at the moment, thanks.
No problem. Do give me a call if you change your mind, though.
Pretty bumpy up here, but we are going over the mountain range, so it's to be expected, I suppose. Love it. Look at that view. Beautiful. Not so mountainous to the port side, but the starboard side. Got some spectacular views there of the mountain range. The Alps. Can't wait for the day until they come up with some of the old Boeing stuff, either the Boeing 707 or Boeing 720. Real flying, you know, I mean, this thing, the A320, is mainly just multiple computers that makes it all so easy. But yeah, I've not heard of any projects at the moment delving too much with some of the old heritage or retro jets of the 70s and 80s. Hint, hint. Yeah, it would be nice. Something like that. Or the I heard there's a 727. Wow, that's getting a bit bumpy. I think what we might do is get some seatbelt signs on. Right, that's cabin music. How do I do my announcements? This is all changed. Ah, it's this one, isn't it? Right, so if I go there, PA system. Ladies and gentlemen.
Good afternoon once again from the cockpit. I hope you're enjoying the flight so far.
There's nothing in there for... Oh, that's strange. No, normally there used to be one in there for turbulence. You could do the announcement for that, but you can't. So I'll put the seatbelt sign on and let the cabin crew. Right, will it do it now? No.
Good afternoon once again from the cockpit. I hope all is well with you and you're enjoyed flying with us so far.
We're on I'm just going to have to on schedule.
Just to keep you updated, we look to be making good progress and are expecting to arrive on time as planned. We'll keep you posted if anything changes, but in the meantime enjoy the remainder of the flight and I'll speak to you again once we're about to start our descent. Thanks.
Okay. Well, this is it. This is where self-loading cargo says we're planned to land at 16:15. I think we're going to be earlier than that. That's Zulu time. Obviously now we are in Zulu time. Now the clocks have gone back. It's a bit bumpy. That wind speeds have definitely increased. 68 knots. Light turbulence here. I think what we'll do, we'll just update the weather map here. Take that off. Turbulence. It's still over central France, but it's not too bad actually. So that should be for flight level 380. Make sure that's on turbulence, EDR. Oh, hold up a minute. What are we at? 1500. Ah, right, that's why. Okay, so if I go back to, still not showing nothing here. Okay. Just have to live with that. I think there's a discrepancy between Microsoft Weather and SimBrief. I have got live weather on, have I? Let's have a look. Double check. Weather. Yeah, live weather. Oh wow! Well, I knew that would do that. I just wanted to refresh it. Well, the passengers won't be happy with that. Right, let's see if that's updated. Wow, look at that. That has updated, but it's not made our situation any better. We're now crosswinds of 72 knots. I'll keep the seatbelt signs on for now. Yeah, it is a bit bumpy. Bit of wind flex there going on. Well, if in doubt, have another beer. That'll keep us calm. Right, so that's what I can't work out. I don't know whether this is a bug. I definitely have got the seatbelt signs on. Let's check. Yep, they're on. So why have I got 138 seated and there's 3 or 4 that are not, well, there's 66 not secured. So there's a bit of a mismatch there between self-loading cargo and GSX. Well, and the sim, to be honest. If I've got the seatbelt signs on, well, is this something to do with the settings? Let's have a look. That's the settings page. Right, cabin management. Flight issues, flight services. Well, well, here we go. Right, so what's this? So, no, that's aircraft, Fenix flight phases, simulator weather. I don't know. Wow, that wind's just increasing. Maybe it's because we are still over this mountain range. No, it was about, was it about a year and a half ago? Every time you'd done a flight, it was in the winter months, over the Alps. There was something wrong with the weather system on Microsoft, and you just got battered around on every flight. Doesn't matter whether it's during the day, during the night, or whatever. It just used to batter you around. It's calmed down a bit now. I mean, yeah, you expect turbulence, and this is quite moderate actually. We've got some high cloud here as well. We're flying into nimbo stratus or stratus cloud. Right, so what's going on with these announcements then? If I do intercom, let's just see what options I get here on the intercom. I'll let you see what I'm looking at here. These are all the controls for self-loading cargo. So this is just buzzing one of the flight crew at the moment, the attendants.
Hi.
How's it going? I forgot
Sorry,
what I needed.
my mind's gone blank. I'll call you back.
No problem.
Now we got into this cloud. Wow. Yeah, it's got very bumpy. 76 knots. I've got my seatbelt signs on. They're definitely on. Everyone should be sitting down, and they should be secured. There's only half the passengers that secured the seatbelts at the moment. Oh, there we go. Let's have a look at the wing view here. See how much that's getting blown about. Quite a bumpy flight. Right, so there's something there on self-loading cargo that definitely needs to be addressed, because if you've got the seatbelt signs on, I've only got half my passengers secured at the moment. So there's a mismatch there, unless I've got a setting on. I'm going to have to go through them settings, but I don't know. There's a lack of communication between the sim and self-loading cargo on that. So some very high clouds here over southern Europe at the moment. I don't think that's going to improve, to be honest, until we get to at least central France. Well, I think there's a break in the clouds. I can have a quick look actually. Visibility, cloud cover. Yeah, so once we get past Geneva and to Dijon in central France, this cloud doesn't really clear up till then.
In a
don't know what she's what they're announcing. Let's just have a look. Is it this one? No. Phone. Gosh, that's that one. Ah, right. I see why. Okay. Yeah, I've had to manually do it here with that seatbelt sign.
The captain has turned the seatbelt signs on. Please take your seats. You must now remain seated until the signs are turned off.
Ah, we can see that the secured is going right up now. That jumped up 136. I take it the ones that are not seated at the moment are in the bog, doing their ablutions, and hopefully we should see that clear up in a minute. Yeah, they're slowly getting there. I'm wondering if this is going to give me any more heights. Let's right, we can go another. I'm going to go optimal flight 360 it's saying at the moment, but that's for fuel purposes. I want to get above this cloud layer. We got about another 500 foot to clear it, and I'm going to take advantage of that, or try to. So what's the wind speeds at the moment? We've got 85 knot winds. Jesus. Right, so I'm going to get us up to 38,500 feet. Let's get rid of these. Let's do my heading. Over there. You over there. Right, so we're climbing now another 500 feet. Hopefully that's enough to just get us out of this cloud cover that we got. This high cloud cover. Ah, see, yeah, we're just above it. As you can see, we're passing aircraft about another 2,000 feet higher than what we're at, around about 40,000. They're sort of avoiding all this cloud. We seem to be comfortably above it now, so hasn't really done much on a wind speed there. But as you can see on the screen here, we're sort of crabbing at the moment because of that wind. And that's brought our speed down slightly as well. That could cause us a bit of delay, I don't know. Well, we're slightly above it. We could do with another 500 feet. Or shall I take us down to the optimal level? Let's see if that... Yeah, okay. Yeah, we'll go down to our optimal level. You can only see, because as I'm going higher, obviously that wind's getting higher as well. So, what did that say? 36,000 feet. Let's have a look. 36,900. Whoops. It's going to say, oh, we're descending now, isn't it? No, we'll stay at 38. Quick, before we make the announcement. Oh. Probably buggered this one up. Right, put that back to there. One click. Well, put it back. One click. Yeah, because that's brought us back down, isn't it? Gee. No, keep it as it is. 38.5, just above the clouds. Oh man, what a faff. All soldiers. It's definitely getting thicker. looks like we've got this all the way to Jean. Yeah, that's quite a wind. We'll stay there. Okay, let's update the weather for Bristol. Okay, so we have 11 knot wind. So there, let's view the TAF. Let's see what we got here. So we have. No, that's not too bad actually. Let's have a look. What's it becoming? Broken. 3,000 feet. Oh, that's not too bad. I'm going to grab myself one more bit and some crisps. Yeah, I've got some of those lovely kettle crisps, the sea salt and balsamic vinegar. Just to get the old appetite going. Right, I'll see you in a minute. Won't be long. Oh man, I made a big mistake now opening those kettle crisps. I didn't bring the whole packet in with me. I put some in a bowl, and they're so bloody Moorish. I think about a quarter of the pack I put in, and I've just wolfed them down in what, since I last spoke to you, so a couple of minutes. I must resist. Okay, well, the actual turbulence seems to have settled down a bit, so we'll take the seatbelt signs off now. You know, people want to go and do their business, won't they? Food's being served at the moment as well on the cabin management. So we've got food being served, duty free, and the movies playing as well. So that's doing all good. How are you doing? Right, okay. That's cool. So we're sort of coming up central France. By the time we get to Cizre, or Sizzler, we should start to see the cloud clearing a little bit more. As you can see, we've got some very high cloud here, and lots of cloud cover below that as well. The winds have changed from a northwesterly to a southwesterly, which is doing us a bit of a favour because we've got a bit of a tailwind. Just only a slight, but it's better than having something coming from across us, as it were, from the front. So do our fuel efficiency a bit more. We're down to 5.6 tons. Should be loads. We'll see our fuel burn rate on here. Oh, here we go. Yeah, so we've used so far about 1.7 tons, so it's not too bad actually, considering our cost index we had. I shouldn't have had those crisps. They're far too Moorish. I'm going to resist. Definitely going to resist. So dinner's on the go at the moment, so I don't want to go too mad. But them kettle crisps or chips, what do they call them? Just too Moorish. I am sinning on a Sunday. Beers here if you just joined us on this Sunday afternoon. Hello, welcome along, and what's our sponsored beer today? Well, I wish it was sponsored. It's the good old Star O'Brien, all the way from the it's Prague beer. It's talking of Moorish crisps. That's just as bad as well. The beer's quite Moorish, but that's my last bottle. I only had 2 bottles left, so just my second one today. Help with the you know, the appetite and everything, so by dinner time I'll be ready to eat a horse. Well, every time I look at these wind speeds, they just get worse. 89 knots, that's quite blowy. And looking outside, yeah, that's quite thick clouds. Quite high as well, by the looks of it. You know, that must be what we're 38,000. That's got to be 32,000 feet. The ceiling of that cloud. We look at the old weather map on the SimBrief charts. Whoops. Let's do this one. So we must be coming up to around about Lyon at the moment, and we can see the cloud cover's quite thick here. I think we've passed through this deep purple. They have a good band in the 70s as well. Route here, which is it got higher, didn't it? We had to climb for that. So we're past that, and hopefully it's going to start to clear up now by the time we get to this area, which is, I do like trying to do French pronunciations. Les Creusottes. When we get to Les Creusottes, it should be clearing up a little bit. Up to, well, Scissor. Oh, there we go. We've got our waypoints there. So what have we got? Where are we now? Oh, we've gone past. Oh, we're way past. So, well, we're just coming up to Scissor. So, we're here. And by the time we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 more waypoints, yeah, we should be near enough clearing up with clouds. Just as we approach Paris. If we're at Sizzler, we've got a bit more turbulence here. It's grey, it's very light turbulence. If it's grey, it's very light, so we'll see how we go with that. So we haven't done too bad on time so far. 1 hour 22 minutes, and I'd say what, we're 100 miles from Paris, coming up on our put that back to Arc, coming up on our port side will be. What's here? What's that? That's 80. That's 80 miles. 120, and by the time we get to CLM, which is just here, Utella is where Paris is, just here to the west of us. Oh, so we're not doing too bad on time. I think, you know, we got blown along a little bit now. It's now coming from the west. Cool. Bit of air traffic out there at the moment. To the left, to the front, clear to the right. Let's have a look outside. Thick cloud, which is slowly breaking up, which, as the weather chart said, it should be. One thing I've noticed, if we're looking at the latest self-loading cargo patch, is I did notice, I mean, at the moment they're saying that the passengers had a good flight experience. Even though we've just served drinks, they're still saying they're very thirsty. However, we got a passenger load of Scots and Irish on here, but that never seems to change, so I don't know whether that's a bug still on self-loading cargo. But you could feed them drink. You could manually feed them drink non-stop, and it still says thirsty or very thirsty. So we'll port that one back to the self-loading cargo guy. Never seems to change, unless that's taking some reading off of me. I don't know. Could be. I'm hoping that we got most of the stutter issues that we had on the stream earlier. I mean, things are fine here this end, but on the stream they were quite stuttery at some point, and I just reloaded all the I done that video driver on uninstaller, which takes off all the drivers that's ever been put onto your PC or laptop, and then you just go ahead with a fresh install. And I've been purposely not I untick the box that puts NVIDIA oh God, what do they call it? NVIDIA, it's some sort of app that it loads on. NVIDIA Experience or something. I've took that off because apparently that takes 5 to 10 frame rates, FPS, off every time. So I've just downloaded drivers and the latest one, and it's made a hell of a difference. Well, he says that. I hope you're seeing it. I've got a laptop monitoring in the background, and it does appear to be much better than what it used to be. Now, we always used to have a problem on approaches, whether it starts loading in the scenery, whether you get the odd freeze or bad stutter. So that'll be a good test at Bristol. I know that's quite FPS hungry. Don't know why. Don't know why, because it's not a particularly big airfield. I wouldn't say it's the UK 2000 scenery, so it's never that sort of resource hungry. So I don't know why. Maybe it's because you're in the vicinity of Bristol, which is quite detailed on MSFS. Right, well, as predicted, and I must say that the SimBrief weather chart's quite accurate here. The cloud's clearing up. Wow. Surprised. I mean, I must say, all right, we're 3 years in, but progressively, Microsoft 2020 is getting better and better. But now they're coming out with MSFS2024, which is meant to be to the next level. Whether this computer I've got here that I've just got sorted out to run 2020 will cope with 2024, I don't know. So I think I'm going to play it cool this time. Why everyone rushes in next year and gets Microsoft 2024, I'm going to sit back. I'm going to look at the forums and other YouTubers and see what experience they've had with it. Will you need at least a 4 Series NVIDIA card to run it? I don't know. I'm still on a 2 Series with this at the moment. I'm on the 2070 Super, which I would say is probably minimum what you need to run this at any sort of decent resolution. I don't know, but there we go. That's to be seen when 2024 comes out, whenever that's going to be. Right, I'm waffling. Right, so how are we doing? Have I still got the seatbelt signs on? Sure, I turned them off. Yeah, they're off. Oh, everyone must be just settled down and oh yeah, because they're eating, the food's being served. I know there'd be some reason. God, everyone sat down. Bloody hell. There you go. That's our condition here on self-loading cargo. Marvellous. Right, so we're just over the halfway mark now into our flight. Do-do-do. Beautiful, beautiful. The clouds are disappearing, that's what we like. Marvellous. Yeah, definitely the wind seems to have settled down as well. Cheers everyone. Hope you're having a good Sunday. Or whenever you're watching this. Right, so somewhere down there at our 11 o'clock, under that cloud is Paris. So we're just going to be passing Paris in a couple of minutes' time. And I think just in the distance there, we can make out the English Channel just coming up. So,
Hello.
Hi, Captain. Would you like some food?
Yes, please. Would it be possible to have the fish?
oh, the fish. No, more kettle crisps, please. Kettle crisps on their way then. It is. Got to be done. There's a bit of that, mate. It's a big thick cloud, so we can't really see Paris at the moment. But believe you me, looking directly above us, in front of us, is Paris. Below that, quite heavy cloud cover.
Hello.
Hi, Captain. Your food is ready. It's in the storage area, so feel free to collect it whenever you're free.
Thanks a lot.
No problem.
Marvellous, more kettle crisps on their way. Just what the doctor ordered. Lovely. Well, it's clearing up quite nicely here. I don't know if we can see Paris if we take a cheeky look down here. No, it's still under that cloud cover. But clearing up in front of us. And by the time we hit that English Channel, it's back in that cloud cover again by the looks of it. So probably just short of 1 hour left. And probably a good 40 minutes before we start our descent. I'll just show you on our map here whereabouts we are. CLM, we've just passed Paris here to the west. Amiens, we passed that before we hit the English Channel, and we should be just passing Hastings, sort of the right area over there. Through Kent, up through Royal Tunbridge Wells, all the way up to Biggin Hill. Biggin Hill will start to make a slow descent down as we head across Sutton, Chertsey, all the way up to Reading, and then we take a westerly past Hungerford, Marlborough, and sort of around about sort of Chippenham. We should be around about 10,000-12,000 feet. So that's what we're planning. Whether it works like that is another thing, but it's good to have a plan. So if you've not seen self-loading cargo before, this is the passenger manifest page where that you can sort of find out the condition. Who's hungry? Let's have a look. So you can do satisfaction, health, boredom, thirsty. Who's thirsty? Right, it's saying 13%. Hungry only 10%, and you can actually point out the passenger. This person here is Avery West. Let's have a look here. Let's see what her profile is. That's all the conversations she's had, recent interactions with cabin crew. So you know, it's you can get her to request a drink. What is she hungry? Is she request a snack? I suppose this is where you can sort of get the satisfaction of if you take manual control of everything. But bloody hell, it's bad enough flying the plane without having to look after the welfare of all the passengers. That's what the cabin crew's there for. It's in automatic. Anyway, she's done that. Who else? There's a red one. Is the red one there? What's happening here? I'm getting thirsty and hungry. Good God. Request food. And this should bring up sort of overall passenger status if you go through these and Is there another one? There's another one there. What's this? This one's hungry. Request food. Let's do that for that one. One more there. That one's hungry as well, so we'll request food. Yeah, you know, I mean, depends how far you want to take it, but it keeps you occupied, certainly on long flights. It'll be interesting to see how we can use that with the A330 tomorrow night. I do apologise if you can hear my creaky chair. I don't know what's happening. It needs a bit of WD-40, I think. Do apologise for that. It's not my bones on my back yet. It's not that bad. Pretty clear out there still. As we progress over northern France, soon we should be hitting the channel. Let's just take a quick look at where we are on here. So we're just approaching Pirig. Kessax here, so we're 40 miles away from the North French coast before we hit the English Channel. Marvellous. Those winds have settled down a little bit. We're down to 75 knots now, so, and it's from the west, which is why we're sort of crabbing a little bit if we look at the profile that we're flying at. Sort of a 30 degrees crab. Right, so I think we'll get our destination data in. We'll get that in nice and early. Right, so at Bristol at this very moment, let's just give it a refresh. Right, so we've got QNH of 0986. Temperature at Bristol at this very moment is 12 degrees. A bit different to the 28 degrees we left Olbia on. Winds at this very moment are 190, 10 knots. Radio altimeter, no. Don't need none of that. Landing config today, we're going flaps 3, config 3, so we'll leave that there like that. VAP 148 is always a good one for me when the winds, it's a little bit of 10 knot wind there, so yeah, I'm going to play it safe. We'll update that, of course, the nearer we get. It shouldn't change drastically. Well, there we go. There's the North French coast as we head over the channel now towards Hastings. looking at the weather radar, it seems that yeah, the worst of the weather's already gone, which is good. By the time we get to Biggin Hill and you know, we start our descent, yeah, we'll be out of that, so that's cool. Looks like not bad conditions by the time we get to Bristol. Right, just getting the charts up just to see, really our approach and what parking stand we get allocated when we get to Bristol. So if we get the Bristol charts on, the approach, we're making an approach to, is it 27? Yeah, it's 27 ILS. DDD. Let's have a look, let's scroll down. Cat 23, runway 27. Start that. It's not booted in yet. 2310, so that is the latest. Why is that? Oh, there you go. Right, okay, DME runway 27. That's our 2500 approach. Cat 3, Cat 2. Cat 2, ILS, we're looking at a decision height 701. I'll stick that in now. Oh, so, oh. Done that in the wrong one. 701 should go in there, that's it. Okay, that's our barometer done. Approach. Arrival. Okay, well, we're straight in anyway, so let's have a look at our ground charts, parking stands. The one we want. Marvellous, don't need that. I do need that. Oh, I didn't. Wow, why did it do that? Let's do that. Let's start it. Okay. Right. Marvellous. So our top of descent sign is coming up here. That's that little arrow, white arrow there, which should be our top of descent. We'll take a slow descent down to 10,000. But we've got about 25 miles before we think about doing that. Like I say, weather conditions not as bad as I thought they'd be. Bit of broken clouds here, south coast of England as we come across the south coast. Hastings to Portside and down there somewhere is probably Rye. Right, so this is another test for the sim for me, because normally on approach, when you start doing your approaches, it does get stuttery. I'd done some pre-cached areas of some of the most popular airports that I fly to. So I've done that. I'm hoping that'll take some of the strain off. But I did find in the past when I did do that, it didn't really make that much difference. So it's going to be interesting to see how we do here. Everything's an experiment with my flights, it really is. Right, so we're just flying up the Kent coast into Kent. As we can see, one of our waypoints here is Biggin Hill, and yeah, by then we'll be starting a slow descent. I may have to take it out of manage mode and do a manual descent. So there we go. Right, so we're just making our initial descent. We'll go down to 20,000 feet initially. We'll do that manage, see how we go. That might be quite a quick descent in actual fact if we're doing this manage. There you go, 22 will do. Let's put that. Oh god, these click points. Right, okay, let's set that in motion. Hear the old engine revs go down. So, Biggin Hill below us, sort of northwest Kent.
Good afternoon once again from the cockpit. As you've probably noticed, we've started our descent. Depending on the destination air traffic, we should be landing in around 20 minutes. In the meantime, I will be instructing the cabin crew to get the cabin ready for our arrival. After that, the seatbelt sign will be illuminated and you'll need to stay seated until after landing. On that note, if you need to use a toilet, then you should try to visit one now as they will be closed during the approach. You'll next hear from me after landing, so I will wish you a very good afternoon once again, and I'll speak to you in a short while.
So directly below us there you can see the M25. If you look down by where the engine is, a little bit further along we got the M23, which heads down towards Gatwick and then Brighton that way. So we're sort of in the M25 area at the moment. Just starting our descent down to 22,000 feet initially. See what our climb rate is. Not too bad. 2,200 feet per minute. Well, depending on that descent rate, let's see what it sets us if I get it down to the approach heights. Let's see what happens there. Well, it's happy with that. 2,100 feet a minute. We're keeping an eye on that because I'll never trust these flight sim descents. As I say, it seems to always be last minute you find yourself far too high. I think I'll do some manual intervention here. We'll make a manual descent until we get down to a sensible height. Hopefully that'll help us along a bit. Right, so we're 3,500 feet a minute at the moment. Because we're not too far off where we should be at our approach heights. So there's Heathrow, directly below us there, you can see, just by the engine, we're just passing Heathrow. Yeah, it comes up when you're pretty quick once you hit there, and we hit out towards Reading. Yeah, we're going to hit this probably a little bit too late. Oh no, what's that flight level? 20,000 there. Oh no, we should be fine. No, we should be fine. The as you can see, the blue arrow indicates where we hit 2,500, so I can probably take some of that off, and we should see that adjust. So if I say 3,000, 2,800, I think it's about there. We'll keep an eye on that. No, we should be okay. In actual fact, I think 2,500 is good, but we may have to adjust that. We'll see. Yeah, we'll keep an eye on that for definite. Because yeah, I'm doing it a little bit before because we got our deceleration point there as well, which comes in pretty rapidly. But we're going to have to manually intervene anyway, and once we get to 10,000 feet, bring it down to 250 knots. A little bit cloudy, some broken cloud, gets more cloudy as we head over towards Bristol. Should be a problem, see how we go. Very much playing it by ear. We'll intercept this turn, and then I'll update the weather information for Bristol. M4 below us, as we can see. So we're sort of following that M4 corridor at the moment. I wonder if we can see Reading yet. No, not quite.
Captain. I just wanted to come by and ask if everything was going okay.
Thanks for asking. Everything is going great.
Great. Call me if you need anything.
Cabin crew, prepare the cabin for landing.
Please make sure you are seated with your belts fastened and your seat straight in the upright position. Any items should be safely stored, and remember to turn off all electronic devices.
And there's directly the M4 below us there. So you're literally following the M4 till we hit sort of Marlborough way, and then we sort of go south of it. So see, we're down to 15,000 already. I'll bring this down a bit to say around 2.2. Just so we're not too low too early. I've stuck the ILS on 110.15. It's obviously not in range yet. We're quite away, about another probably 20-30 miles before that kicks in. We're going to check here. We're going to put speed brakes in automatic. We'll ensure that our brakes, I'm going to put them on low. Don't need a full-on brakes. Conditions are pretty good. It's not wet, so I'll just put auto brakes at low for now. Go at a 2,600 descent rate. Okay, we're going to be approaching 10,000 feet. So we'll just bring that speed back to 250. Ah, damn it. Done it wrong. There you go. Come on, let's get that speed down. Okay, lights on. The cloud, nice sun going down as well. Bit of a sunset landing, that's nice. I've just remembered, yeah, earlier sunsets now. Even though it's only 25 to 4. We go, town of Marlborough. Over the sort of the northern Wiltshire now. Okay, so we have the ILS in range. We're out of standard barrow and into normal. It looks like we're going to hit that 2,500 quite nice. So I can put that back into managed mode now. Manage speed. Right, we should start slowing down. Blinded by the sun. Does these sun visors make any difference at all? Let's have a look. Oh, where are they gone? Oh, I don't know. Oh, they're there. There you go. Yeah, it certainly takes the glare out. Might need that on approach. Right, down to 250. Decel point is coming up. .24 miles. Hopefully we should hit that decel point. And if I go back one phase here, let's just check that weather before we commit. Let's update that. Right, so 987 QNH. Temperature is well, 11
Hello.
degrees.
Hi, Captain. The cabin is secured for landing.
That's cool.
Thanks
Thank
a
you.
lot.
If you let me know when you're ready to land, I'll
Winds
make
1907
sure that the
knots.
crew is ready.
We're almost ready actually, so you can take your seats now.
No problem.
And that's us done. Right, okay. We should be okay. Decision height, well, let's see. I'm going to cheat. Today, Sunday, feeling lazy. Right, we should start decelerating hard in the next couple of miles.
2,000.
For some reason, Bristol isn't coming up in my airports list, so we might have to do a cheeky. How many miles? Oh, we're 15 miles, so we're pretty close. Bristol, there we go. Bristol Tower. Request full stop landing. Right, so we got our permissions there. We should start decelerating. I'm going to put us in approach mode anyway, just in case. So we are coming in hot. Previous phase. Activate approach mode. Confirm that as we're down to 14 miles. Right, so we want full jackpot on the lights. We're starting to decelerate now. 2,500. Put approach mode on. Okay, we can go to flap 1. That's Bath, by the way, if you're wondering. And we can continue flaps 2. Ten miles to go. We continue flaps 3 and gear down. So we just captured the ILS there. We'll stick it landing flap 3 so we don't get screamed at. .7 miles. Good old Bristol there in the 12 o'clock. A visual yet, that sun is very bright. Let's see if that does make any difference now, the old visor. No, because it's going to block out the runway as well. But yeah, I'll see the sentiment. Okay, so we're all greens. Auto in, autopilot 2, flaps 3, auto brake on, speed brake is automatic, and the runway is now visual right in front of us. And we got the capture of the glide slope as well, which is cool. Five miles to run. Miles. Beautiful views there, Bristol in the background. And there's one of the old lakes, I forget what that lake's called now. It's got a little island there. It used to fly a drone around there one time. Okay, winds 23 knots. I'm going to keep it, because the winds are so high, I'm going to keep it in managed approach at the moment. It is blowing us all over the place. Got to brake in, landing inhibit is active. 1.5 miles. We have now 15 knot winds. Bit blowy, the pappies are good.
500. 400.
Wow, this is very windy here. Very windy.
200.
Okay,
100.
Slightly high, but we'll let that manage that.
50, 40, 30, 20. 10.
Oh, that's quite a hard landing. Right, reverse. That wind is absolutely nightmare. Right, yeah, we're gonna have to go up to the end there. We've missed that exit. Bloody hell, that was windy. Right, you can take the auto brake off.
Welcome to Bristol. The local time is 3:49 p.m. It's a nice 11
Well, anyway, we landed on time. In actual fact, I say on time, according to self-loading cargo, we're about 20 minutes early, which is cool. That's all right. We made some time up there. Okay, so speed brakes off and flaps up. Yeah, I'm going to have to get this side stick calibrated again. It does want to pull to the right, as we found out at Olbia.
Traffic.
I don't know where we're seeing the traffic, unless there's something coming up here. I don't know. Right, here we are. Okay, let's take a standstill a minute. Bit of a break. We'll get the one-way lights off.
Cabin crew, please disarm doors.
Taxi light on. We'll get the APU started. Strobes off. Let's find out where they're going to dump us. Request taxi to gates. We are gate 23. This one here. Just follow me. No. Right, so if we go to our charts, we're looking for gate, was it 23? 23 is, okay, so down W7, and it's 1, 2, 3, 4th along from the terminal building. Okay, right, let's go. Is the APU on? APU's on. Well, I was quite impressed with the approach. No glitches, no stutters or anything like that. So that's a good sign. Whatever we've done with the drivers has seemed to have sorted it out. Nice little sunset here at Bristol at the moment. You can see with the long shadows as we head east. Yeah, it was a very, you can see by the windsock there that the crosswind we had was very strong. Blew us well, of course. What doesn't help is that, look, as you can see, if I let go of the joystick, right, I'll put it there. If I let go, it's pulling to the right. So I'm going to have to get that sorted out. That's a bit annoying. It's constantly pulling to the right. Let's just give it a wiggle, see if that... There might be some crisps or something sort caught in inside there, but these shouldn't be a problem to these Airbus side sticks, because they're optical apparently, unless a crisp has blocked it. I don't know. I may have got a crisp stuck down there somewhere. Wow, yeah, that joystick really does need sorting. Anyway, here we are. Welcome to Bristol on this Sunday afternoon Well, the weather in Bristol seems a hell of a lot better than where I am at the moment, which is continuously pursuing down at the moment, so... Right, so 23, what's that? That's 21 there. 26, 25. Oh, I'll tell you what I need to do. Let's slow down a bit here because I need to tell GSX. Oh, did I do it? I done it, didn't we? Yeah, change facility gate 23. I've done it already. Oh God, bloody hell, mate! Wake up. Right, 24. So we've got one more to go. We're just by that green ST, whatever it is. Another aircraft on approach. Who's that? Let's have a look. It looks like Vrawling or something. Is it the Spanish airline, Vrawling? Oh, missed it, I suppose. Oh, it's an unmarked one. Special Air Service. Right, was that 23 here, wasn't it? Hold up, let's turn here. See, I'm too busy looking at everything else and not concentrating what I should be on. Well, that's 22, so 23 is immediately by us here. Come on. Give it some welly. I can see me marshaller. There he is. He's probably thinking, what the hell are you doing? Right, okay, here we are. Welcome to Bristol, gate 23. Blue Handling is handling us today, whoever they are. Okay, slowly does it. Looks like we're bang on. Two, one, and stop. Bash. Right, handbrake's on. He's happy. He's flapping like a chicken. That's a good sign. We can take the taxi lights off. Should have done that anyway. Beacon light off. Nav lights will leave on. APU's on, so that means we can take the engines off. Seatbelt signs off.
Ground to cockpit. Go ahead.
The boarding
Requested
requested.
boarding. Oh, that's not bad, isn't it? There you go. Right, and here they come. Blue Handling is Ryanair. Oh, the competition. Baggage in place. And we should start to see people deboarding now on this beautiful Sunday winter's sunset here at Bristol Airport. Thanks for joining us on this flight. Don't forget tomorrow night we could be doing the A320 900 from Headwinds. Tomorrow, that'll be a transatlantic flight or some sort of long distance flight. We haven't made my mind up yet, but we'll see how we go. We'll announce that a little bit later. Thanks for joining us on this Sunday, and we'll see you again. Take care. If you can't join us tomorrow, have a great week. See you then.
truck is on its way. Please don't load aircraft until the fuel truck